Dear students, today we will see exercise 3.3. Before that, please revise properties of quadrilaterals. Kind of quadrilaterals are parallelogram, rhombus, rectangle, square, and also trapezium and kite. We need all properties of these quadrilaterals in this exercise. First question is fill in the blanks. We have to fill these blanks with the help of this figure. Here you can see one parallelogram ABCD. Here first question is AD. AD means this side. So we can write for this BC. Why BC? Because the property of parallelogram is that opposite sides are equal. Now angle DCB. DCB. This angle. So what we will write for this? Angle DAB. Because this angle is opposite side. Opposite angle. And opposite angles are equal for parallelogram. So angle DAB is your answer. Now OC. OC, here you can see OC is the part of diagonal AC. So here you need that property. Diagonals bisect each other. So OC is equal to OA. Because BD diagonal bisect diagonal AC. So OC is equal to OA. Now measure angle DAB. DAB plus measure angle CDA. CDA means this angle, the sum of measure of this angle and this angle. And this both the angle are adjacent angle. And you know that the property is there. Adjacent angles are supplementary. So sum of these two measure will be 180. Now, question number 2 of exercise 3.3. First question. We have to find out here X, Y and Z angles. This quadrilateral is also a parallelogram. So, as per its property, we can say that Y will be 100 as it is opposite side to this, opposite angle to this angle. And also X plus 100 is equal to 180 because they are adjacent angle. So with the help of this property, let us find out X, Y and Z. First, I will write Y is equal to 100. Whenever you will use property, you have to mention there in your answer. So here I will write that because opposite angles are equal. Now X plus 100. X plus 100 is equal to 180. Here we are using property of adjacent angle. So here we will write because adjacent angles are supplementary. Now let us find out X is equal to 180 minus 100. Therefore X is equal to 80. So to answer 180. If X is equal to 80, then Z is equal to also 80 because opposite angles. So I am writing here Z is equal to X is equal to 80 and I will write into bracket that because opposite angles. In question number 2, again a parallelogram is there and this angle is 50. We have to find out X, Y and Z. Z is the exterior angle of this angle. So, first of all, you can see that if this angle is 50, then this angle must be 50 degree as opposite angle. So, and this both the angle are linear pair. So, we can write that Z plus 50 is equal to 180. And into bracket we will write that because two properties we have used, opposite angles property and also linear pairs. So, here I will write linear pair and opposite angles. Now Z is equal to 180 minus 50. Therefore, Z is equal to 130. If Z is equal to 130, then X, and here you can see that this 50 or this 50 we can take 50 plus X is equal to 180 as they are adjacent angle. So I am writing here X plus 50 is equal to 180. Into bracket I will write adjacent angles are supplementary. Now, therefore, X is equal to 180 minus 50. So, X is equal to 130. One more method you can see that this and this angles are. So, here X and Z are corresponding angles also. So, always remember that corresponding angles are equal. So, X is equal to 1, if Z is equal to 130, then X is equal to 130. And this way also you can find out the X. Now, if X is equal to 130, then Y is equal to 130. Why? Because opposite angles. Are equal. In question number 3, we can see that X is the vertically opposite angle of this angle and this angle is 90 degree as we can see this sign. So, if this 90 degree, then vertically opposite angle X will be 90 degree. And if it is 90 degree, then we can take the angle sum property and Y plus X plus 30 is equal to 180. This way we can find Y. And Y and Z are alternate angle. You can see that this and this lines are parallel lines and this line is transversal of these parallel lines. So, we can say that Z and Y are alternate angles. And so, Y is equal to Z. Let us find out. First of all, X is equal to 90 degree. Here we will write that vertically opposite angles. Now, X is equal to 90. Therefore, Y plus 90 plus 30 is equal to 180. What we are using? We are using angle sum property. So, write down that the angle sum of a triangle. Therefore, Y plus 90 plus 30, 120 is equal to 180. Therefore, Y is equal to 180 minus 120. Therefore, Y is equal to 60. And as we discuss it, Z is equal to also 60 because we can write here alternate angles. we can write that transversal of, because of transversal of parallel lines. In question number 4, y is equal to 80 because opposite angles. So let us write y is equal to 80. Into bracket I will write opposite angles. Now if y is equal to 80, then x and y are supplementary angle as they are adjacent angle. So I can write here x plus y is equal to 180 because adjacent angle. Are supplementary. Therefore, now let us take value of y. So x plus 80 is equal to 180. Therefore, x is equal to 180 minus 80. Therefore, x is equal to 100 is your answer. Now for z. For z we can say that x is equal to 100, then this angle is 100. Measures 100. Then this both are linear pair. This way also we can find out, and we can also say this z and 80 degree are corresponding angles. But we will take that linear pair. So z plus 100 is equal to 180. Into bracket I am writing here that linear pair. Therefore, z is equal to 180 minus 100. Therefore, z is equal to, again we are getting 80. In question number 5, y is equal to 112 because opposite angles. So let us write y is equal to 112 because opposite angles. And now you can see if y is equal to 112, then y plus this angle is equal to 180. So y plus, but here we are not having this angle. This angle is as 40 plus z. So we can write here as 40 plus z is equal to 180. And we will write the property that adjacent angles are supplementary. Therefore, now let us solve it. Let us take y's value from here. 112 plus 40 plus z is equal to 180. Therefore, let us add this. Then we are getting 152 plus z is equal to 180. Therefore, z is equal to 180 minus 152. Now subtract. So z is equal to, I am getting 28 degree. If z is equal to 28, then x is equal to also 28. Because you can see that these two parallel lines and this one is its transversal. And because of this transversal, we can say that x and z are alternate angles. So here I am writing that x is equal to z is equal to 28, and into bracket I can write that alternate angles. Here in question number 3, we have to see according to these conditions, we may draw a parallelogram or not. Here in this, angle D plus angle B is equal to 180. So first of all, let us draw a parallelogram ABCD, ABCD. Now your condition is like that angle D plus angle B is equal to 180. But according to the property, we can say that angle D and angle B are equal. And angle D plus angle A is equal to 180 because they are supplementary. So we are not able to draw this as parallelogram. Now second condition, AB is equal to DC. AB is equal to DC is equal to 8 centimeter. Means this measure 8 centimeter, this measure 8 centimeter. But AD is equal to 4 centimeter and BC is equal to 4.4. That is also not possible. It is not a parallelogram because opposite sides are equal. So with this condition, again we are not able to draw a parallelogram. Angle A is equal to 70. This angle is 70 and angle C is 65. But according to the property, angle A is equal to angle C. That is not satisfied here. So we are not able to draw any parallelogram with this measure. In next question, the question is like this. The measures of two adjacent angles of a parallelogram in the ratio 3:2. Let us draw first a parallelogram. A, B, C, D. And adjacent angle 3:2. If we suppose that one angle is 3x and the another angle is 2x, then we can write here as this 3x and this as 2x as they are adjacent angle. So now we have to find out the measure of each angle of this parallelogram. Let us use that property. Adjacent angles are supplementary. 3x plus 2x is equal to 180. What we use? Adjacent angle are supplementary. Therefore, now let us solve it. 3 plus 2 is 5x. 5x is equal to 180. Therefore, x is equal to 180 divided by 5. Therefore, x is equal to, let us divide it, 36. So, x is equal to 36. If x is equal to 36, then angle A is equal to 2 into 36. Angle B is equal to, if this angle is 3x, then this angle is also 3x. And this angle is 2x, then opposite angle is also 2x. So, for B angle 3 into 36 and for angle C is equal to 2 into 36. Again, and angle D is equal to 3 into 36. So, here we can write answer as 72 and 108. So, here are the answers. So, here also 72 and 108 is their measure. In question number 6, two adjacent angles of a parallelogram have equal measure. Equal measure. First of all, let us see if there is equal measure, then we can say that this suppose x, then this again x. And if it is x, then this measures x. And the measure of this angle is also x. So now we have to find out the measure of each angle. Here we can write that x, let two adjacent angles measure x. Therefore, x plus x is equal to 180. Therefore, 2x is equal to 180. Therefore, x is equal to 180 divided by 2. Therefore, x is equal to 90 degree. So, we can say that here each angle measures 90 degree. In question number 7, we have to find out x, y and z. In this, you can see this exterior angle is 70 degree. So, we can write x plus 70 is equal to 180 linear pair. So, x we can find out first. Then, you can see that 40 and y equal. Why? Because these two parallel lines and this HP is its transversal. So, we can say that they are alternate angles. So, y is equal to 40. Whatever measure will be x, this, then we will get the measure of this angle. And for z, we need to use that property of adjacent angles. Let us see. X plus 70 is equal to 180. I am using here linear pair. This. Therefore, x is equal to 180 minus 70. Therefore, x is equal to 110. So, this both the angle are 110. Now, let us use this alternate angle. Y is equal to 40 degree. Why I am writing this? Because alternate angle. So, y is equal to 40. Here now you may use that property of angle sum also. So, x plus y plus z is equal to 180. And you may use the adjacent angles also. I am using here triangle. So, x plus y plus z is equal to 180. And writing here that the angle sum of a triangle. Therefore, now y and x 110 plus 40 plus z is equal to 180. Therefore, let us add 150 plus z is equal to 180. Therefore, z is equal to 180 minus 150. Therefore, we can say that z is equal to 30 is your answer. So, x is equal to 110, y is equal to 40 and z is equal to 30. In this question number 8, we have to find out x and y, value of x and y. Here we are having measure of sides. So, we can write that 3x is equal to 18 because opposite sides are equal for parallelogram. So, 3x is equal to 18. Therefore, x is equal to 18 divided by 3. Therefore, x is equal to 6. For y, we will use again the property that opposite sides are equal. So, 3y minus 1 is equal to 26. And also, you need to write here that opposite sides are equal. and here also we will write same, opposite sides are equal. Therefore, 3y is equal to 26 plus 1. Therefore, y is equal to 27 divided by 3. Therefore, y is equal to 9. In question number 8, second question is like this. In this, you can see that these diagonals bisect each other. We know that the diagonals bisect each other. We will use this property. If they bisect, then this ON is equal to OR and also OU is equal to OS. So let us write this way, ON is equal to OR, because diagonals bisects each other. So now ON is x plus y and OR is 16. So x plus y is equal to 16. But now we will use OU is equal to OS. Again, same you will write here. Again, diagonals bisect each other. So OU is equal to y plus 7 is equal to OS is 20. Therefore, y is equal to 20 minus 7. Therefore, y is equal to 30. Let us take this value of y and put in this equation, then x plus 13 is equal to 16. Therefore, x is equal to 16 minus 13. Therefore, x is equal to 3 is your answer. In question number 9, we have to find out x, value of x. Here, two parallelogram, one RISK and LCLUE. So this both the parallelogram intersect each other in Q, and we have to find out value of x. For that, first of all, let us take this parallelogram. First find out R. To find out R, we will take property of adjacent angles. And then if R we will get, then the S, angle S will be equal to R. Let us do. So first of all, I am writing here angle K plus angle R is equal to 180. Therefore, 120 plus angle R is equal to 180. Here you will write that same adjacent angle R supplementary. So therefore angle R is equal to 180 minus 120. Therefore angle R is equal to 60. If R is equal to 60, then angle S is 60. So we will write that KSI is equal to 60. KSI is equal to 60 because opposite angles. So here you will write this way. Now let us take this parallelogram CLUE. So in parallelogram CLUE, we can see that 70. This angle is 70. Then this angle is also 70. So angle UEC is equal to 70 because of opposite angles. Therefore, Now we will take this triangle, and for this triangle, if UEC is equal to 70, then SEC is equal to SEQ is equal to 70 only. And if KSI is equal to 60, then ESQ is equal to 60 only. So first of all, let us write that angle angle SEQ is equal to angle UEC is equal to 70, and you can write that E dash S dash U and E dash Q dash C into bracket. And again, let us write angle ESQ is equal to angle KSI and is equal to 60 degree. We have find out it first. So here also you will write into bracket S dash E dash K and S dash Q dash I. So this way you can write. Now let us take triangle. For this triangle EQS, we will take the property of angle sum. So we will write that 70 plus 60 plus x is equal to 180. I am writing here. You will write all the name of angles. So x is equal to 180 minus 70 plus 60, that is 130. Therefore x is equal to 50 is your answer. In question number 10, we have to explain this figure as a trapezium. How this figure is a trapezium. So for that, we are given this measure of these two angles 180. If we add them 100 plus 80, then we are getting 180. That means they are supplementary. So we can see that both the lines are parallel. We have to mention that which pair is parallel in this figure. So we can say that MN parallel KN. But MN does not parallel KN as per this figure. So we can say that this is not a parallelogram, but this is a trapezium. In question number 11, a trapezium ABCD is there and measure angle B is 120 is given. We have to find out measure of angle C. For that, you can see that AB parallel CD. Therefore, we can say as per that property of trapezium that the angles, adjacent angles under the parallel lines are supplementary. So we can write here like this: angle B is equal to plus angle C is equal to 180, because both the angles are supplementary. And we can write here also this way: AB parallel CD and BC is its transversal. Therefore, B angle is 120 plus angle C is equal to 180. Therefore, angle C is equal to 180 minus 120. Therefore, measure angle C is equal to 180 minus 120, 60 is your answer. In question number 12, again trapezium PQRS and PS parallel RQ are given, and also measure angle Q is 130. We have to find out measure angle P. Here you can see that both the lines are parallel and this line PQ is its transversal. Therefore, we can say that 130, this angle P and angle Q are supplementary angle. Therefore, we will write this angle P plus angle Q is equal to 180. Into bracket, write down that supplementary angles. Therefore, now Q is 130. So, angle P plus 130 is equal to 180. Therefore, angle P is equal to 180 minus 130. Therefore, angle P is equal to 50 is our answer.